It was a hot summer afternoon when I noticed Karen tearing down my driveway again, this time on her ATV, intent on using a shortcut across my property. Her HOA-issued attitude of entitlement was on full display, revving the engine and yelling at neighbors who tried to intervene. This wasn't just about convenience for her. It was about exerting control and ignoring property lines, something I had warned would have consequences. I watched quietly from the porch as she zipped across my pasture, flattening the wildflowers and leaving deep tire tracks. Grandpa leaned on the fence, shaking his head. She never stops, does she? I smiled. Nope. But today, she's going to learn why the Collins Ranch is private property. I began preparations while Karen was gone, using a combination of heavy-duty lumber, concrete, and reinforced steel. By sunset, a solid, imposing wall had been erected directly across the path she had been using for her unauthorized ATV shortcuts. No signs, no warnings, just a clear, impenetrable barrier that respected no argument and tolerated no negotiation. The next morning, Karen returned, her ATV roaring, expecting the usual path to be open. She skidded to a halt when she saw the wall, her jaw dropping. She jumped off the ATV, pounding it in disbelief. This is illegal. You can't. I approached calmly, gesturing toward the property line markers. This is exactly where the Collins property begins and ends. You've been repeatedly trespassing with your ATV. Consider this wall a reminder. Property rights are not negotiable. Karen screamed, calling 911, threatening legal action, and trying to rally her HOA cronies. By the time the sheriff arrived, the evidence was overwhelming. Repeated trespassing, photographs of tire tracks, and witnesses who had seen her blatant disregard for the property. The wall itself was fully compliant with local codes and property laws. Karen had no legal ground to challenge it. Grandpa chuckled as he watched her sputter. Every time she thinks she's clever, she finds herself blocked, literally. The HOA was forced to reprimand her privately, and Karen's authority crumbled further in the community. Neighbors who had once tolerated her antics began siding with the Collins family, aware that property boundaries, law, and strategic action always win. By afternoon, the ATV was parked uselessly at the foot of the wall. Karen stomped around, furious, realizing she had no shortcut and no leverage. I walked past her calmly, patting the wall. Consider this a lesson in respect, Karen. Trespass once, and the consequences will always be visible, permanent, and undeniable. The Collins Ranch had once again turned Karen's entitlement into her humiliation, reinforcing a simple truth. Anyone who tries to bypass the law, the property, or preparation will be stopped, sometimes with steel and concrete if necessary.